Good afternoon. How are we all doing? So the task of being a motivational speaker is so challenging, especially to this gathering, the people in the audience, and to the people sitting at the high table, and more so to the debaters. So in business, we don't have debate. What we have is pitching competition. So you come in, you present your business idea, another person come in, you present your business idea, then you defend it. So in business, what we have, but it's all about debating. So when I was called last week and I was told that I will become the speaker, so I guess like what should I speak on? So I think about a lot of things, but I said to myself, let me just come and see who are the audience. So basically, I will speak on personal development because I speak more on business, and I see that the audience here are more students, mostly because this is intended to them. So I'll speak about personal development, which I am so passionate about, and these are things which I have used personally, and it has helped me to excel. And these are some of the things that some of the most successful people in the world, even in Gambia, starting back home in the Gambia and around the globe, they have used and they have achieved tremendous results. Do you realize one thing? The decade is ending. Like the decade of starting from 2010 to 2019, it's ending. It's just about 2 weeks away. So we are beginning a new decade. I think my speech came at the right time. So the number one thing that I always tell people is defining the purpose of your life. As an individual, you are brought into this world for a purpose. So sometimes you have to ask yourself, it will be very difficult for you to know, but this is a thoughtful process that you have to go through. What is the purpose of my life? Because if you know the purpose of your life, that becomes easy. Muhammad Jah once said, there's two important days in the life of a human being. The day that you are born and the day that you know the purpose of your life. Because a lot of people are living in this world, but they are living the dreams of other people. And as long as you are living the dream of other people, you can never become you. Because you is the only one that can stop you from achieving your dream. And more so to the high school students. Maybe probably most of you will be in your grade 11 or grade 10 or going to grade 12. This is the challenge that most of you face. You don't know the career path that you will choose. You'll have your father tell you be a medical doctor or become a lawyer. Your mom will tell you become a banker. Someone will tell you do this. So at the end of the day, no one will tell you become a businessman. I think this is one of the most strange things into the country. Very few people will tell their kids become a businessman. But business is this stuff. It is also a career that you can choose. Most of those who are studying accountant, though I have not studied accountancy in senior school, I'm a pure science student, physics, chemistry, biology, but I turned out to become a businessman. So defining the purpose of your life makes your life much more easy. You look into your life. More so, I tell people like, look into the future. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years from now, who do you actually want to become? If you sit watching television or you sit with your kid, what is the life that you actually want to live at that time? Do you want to become a president? Do you want to become a minister? What do you actually want to become? If you started from the top-bottom approach, that will actually make it clear for you. And we have what we call like the 2020 life plan rule. Most of you who have listened to me before, or you have listened to my mentor, my business father, Mustafa Njai, you will hear him say these things at different occasions. In life, it is divided into 4 quarters. We call it the 2020 life plan rule. The first stage is between 0 to 20. 0 to 20, this is one of the most critical stages in life, and I think most of you people fall under that category. This is the stage where we call it the caution stage. This is where you have to be very careful about the kind of things that you do. And this is where you as young people, anything that you do, someone is doing it for you. You either have your parents or you have your guidance that are actually doing everything for you. You go to school, you do a lot of things. But I want to go into the second category. That is the second 20, that is from 20 to 40. This is the career development stage. And I want to speak about this. Because if you want to become successful, you have to choose a particular career that you want to do. And that career should be clear to you from the onset. Because research has shown that it takes someone 20 years to become successful at what you do. And when you are getting into your 20s, like a lot of thoughts will come into, I actually want to do this, actually want to do this, actually want to do this. But if you know the purpose of your life, this career path will become easy. For me, I choose to do business. I actually know this will become my career path from 0 to 20. This is why now you choose a career path, then you focus in that. You can either go to university, or you go to colleges, or you do professional development courses, or you can actually start any trade that you want. So this is the time that you build yourself in a career. Probably in the long run, you might get married and have 1 or 2 kids, but majority of the people won't be successful at this stage. So maybe very, very rare people, very rare, you see people become successful. Then the third quarter is the 40 to 60. This is the innovative stage or the creativity stage. This is now like you have choose a career. Now you are at the top, at the peak of your career. Now you are very innovative at what you do, or you are successful about what you are doing. Now that is the time that people, anything that they said, oh, when they become, okay, who is the best accountant in the Gambia? They will say Mr. So. Who is the best medical doctor in the Gambia? They will say Mr. So. Or who is one of the biggest business people in the Gambia? I hope so. They say ML Poultry, who is founded by ML Party. So this stage too is important. Then you have your kids, you have your family. Then here you focus more on taking care of your kids, and you focus on your work. And the last quarter is 60 to 80. This is where not many people will get to live it, but some of us might get to witness it. This is why at the giving back stage, this is at the stage where you get to mentor young people. You become successful in your career, and then you have your family, you raise up your family, you give back to the society in whatever way you can. Is it through your knowledge or through your personal wealth, where you can contribute towards the development of your nation? And this will lead me to one thing, that is the goal setting. Goal setting is important as a person. If you know the purpose of your life, you have the 2020 life plan about what you want to do in your life. You have to set goals. And you have to set like immediate goals, short-term, and long-term goals. Now you have all this, you can set, okay, in the next, from 20 to 40, what do I actually want to do? You set in your 20-year goal. Then in this 20-year goal, you break it down to yearly goals, you break them down to quarterly goals, you break them down to monthly, weekly, then daily goals. So your life around, anything that you do in your life will be reflected on these goals. For example, Dan Pena, he's a $50 billion guy. He said, if you actually want to know how much time you waste in your life, write down your goals, short-term, immediate, and long-term goals in 1 week, then you see the kind of people that you interact with. For example, if I talk with Babukar, or I've interacted with Babukar on Monday, then I come, okay, I have interacted with Babukar Tarawale, and this is what I talk with. So I look at my goals, what do our conversation or what do our interaction have to do with this goal? Then maybe on Tuesday, I meet with Mariam, the same thing. Wednesday, I meet with Mustafa Kar, the same thing. So at the end of the week, he said you can sit and evaluate this. Then this is when you will know, are you actually wasting your time or not? Because anything that you have to do in this world have to be relevant to your goals in one way or the other. So to the young people here, I know some of this might be, you might not grasp the concept right now, but you make more research about it. And there's one thing that I believe so much in this world. Anything that you conceive, anything that man can conceive, it is achievable. In the last 5 years back, I was a high school student. I said to myself, okay, in high school, I don't want to do grade 12 because to me, I cannot spend 3 years in high school doing the same thing. I went to university whilst I was in grade 11 because I set goals. When I was going to high school, I realized why are people going to grade 10, grade 11, grade 12? Is there any way that I can cut down grade 12? I realized, oh, there is private was. I started private was in my grade 12 whilst my colleagues are thinking about doing the grade 12 exam. I was busy at the university. I get into the university, year 1, year 2. I realized that, oh, I will graduate. And if I graduate, the next thing that people will struggle with is jobs, job seeking. I said to myself, what can I do to ensure that I won't face that hurdle? Then I started my own business, ML Poultry. I grew up naturally as a businessman. My father is a businessman, going to my grandfather. So business is not something new to me. But starting a business for myself, it is new. But I have the mindset because I am groomed to become a businessman. I think, okay, what can I do to ensure that I won't go I won't become a job seeker, but rather than to become a job creator. I have started my poultry with about a few hundred chickens. When I was starting, a lot of people tell me behind my back, like, this guy is the most ridiculous guy we have ever met. He is at university year 2, he's thinking about starting a business. But always, what I think in my head, I always want to be one step ahead of other people. Because if you are one step ahead of other people, it is good because you can be able to achieve so in a short period of time. I started my business in 2018 with about a few hundred chickens, and so far within 2 years, ML Poultry is the biggest poultry brand in the Gambia today, and we have gone from a production capacity of 33 chickens to now I have built a farm which can take about 4,000 chickens, and that all happened within 2 years. And throughout this, and still now I'm in university, I'm graduating this year, and I have gone to some of the best universities in the world. I've been at University of Iowa in the United States, and I've also been at King Abdullah University of Science and Technology in Saudi Arabia. I'm speaking to you because I was in your shoe. Today, like, I have traveled the world. I'm an Al-Hajj because not many young people become an Al-Hajj. I'm starting to have someone, an Al-Hajj, who have done the Umrah. All this I'm telling you, not just I am bragging, but I am telling you, you can achieve whatever you want to be. But what is more important is you knowing the purpose of your life. And this is not just to these high school students, but it is for all of you, most of those who are between the 20s to 40s. Knowing the purpose of your life will make your life easier, but success comes from hard work. You don't just achieve success overnight. If you become successful very quickly, if you do not take your time, your success will go away very quickly. But I believe with the kind of people that I have seen in this room, that the future of Gambia is bright. And I am hopeful that in the next 5 to 10 years, I will meet with some of you guys. Maybe you might become medical doctors or you might become big lawyers. And I will say, oh, like I once met with you at the GAIL final and I inspire you. Today, most of the things that I do is inspiring someone. Because alhamdulillah, my story has inspired so many people. Thousands of young people, both in Gambia and across Africa. And for me to reach at this stage at the age of 21, I am very young. I'm not just someone 25. If I can achieve it, there is no way that you cannot achieve it. Sometimes when I look into my life, and I'll end with this, I say to myself, I have achieved all this. Probably God has sent me into this art for a purpose. And I believe that my purpose into this art is to tell the young people of the Gambia and Africa is that it doesn't matter the family background that you come from. It doesn't matter the age you have. It doesn't matter the education that you have. But as long as you have the right vision and you have the right team behind you and you are willing to work hard, you can solely achieve your dream. And I'm a living manifestation of that a young person from Brikama, a young person from Gambia who actually started a small business can grow to become an international renowned person. And this all happened in a period of 2 years. And I'm looking into the future as bright, and I believe that you young people in the Gambia, most of you young people sitting here at the high school team, you can become like me and even bigger than me. Today, I'm looking at people like Mohamed Jah, people like Mustafa Nya, to become like them. Because I always aim for the top. You aim high, you will achieve it. I thank you all.
Oh, wow. No, I don't even know what to say. Like, after that strong and inspiring speech, please give him a round of applause one more time, please. Oh, yeah. I don't know. ML keeps defying the odds. Like he said, he does not want to do what every other person is doing. And I see that in him. ML went to Umrah some few months ago. I saw the picture. I'm like, oh, my goodness. ML did it again. He just